A regular shape is one that has a formula to solve for the area. Okay, so we have rectangles, circles, triangles, polygons. Those are all what we would consider regular shapes. We have an equation which we can use to, or a formula we can use to solve for the area. Now, composite or irregular, so that means not regular shapes, don't have a specific formula to find the area. So regular shapes have specific formulas that we can use. Irregular or composite shapes do not. Now, to find the area of a composite shape, we need to cut the shape into regular shapes or somewhat regular shapes and find their individual areas. Then we add those areas together to find the total area of the composite shape. So the important thing is to figure out what are the two shapes or 3 or 4 or 10 shapes do we have that we need to find the areas of. This shape right here, you'll notice that it has kind of two separate shapes. One of them is this rectangle, and I'm going to shade that in red, and we're going to deal with red on that one. And the other one is this half circle. Okay, and a half circle is just half the area of a full circle that has the same measurements. Now, we can find the area of the rectangle by doing length times width. And so the area of this rectangle is equal to the length. I'm going to do length and width, which is 12 inches times 5 inches. And so we find that area to be 60 inches squared. Now, the little half circle here has a bit of a different area. And to find that, we need to know the radius. And there's the bell, one of our bells that we have here at school. So the area of a circle is equal to pi times radius squared. Now we want to find half the circle, so we're going to divide that by 2. So we're going to divide that by 2. But we need to know the radius, but there's no measurements on this half circle. This distance right here is the same as this distance, and here we're told it's 5 inches, so this distance has to be 5 as well. That's our diameter. And so we know that our diameter divided by 2 is equal to the radius. So 5 inches divided by 2 equals 2.5 inches. So the area of our circle is going to be pi times 2.5 inches squared divided by 2. And if we plug that into our equation here, we do pi times 2.5 squared divided by 2, and we get an area of 9.82 inches squared. Now, to get our total area, so total area, we do the rectangle plus the half circle. And so that is 60 inches squared plus 9.82 inches squared, and we get a total answer of 69.82 inches squared if we add them together, and that's the area of this entire irregular or composite shape. Composite meaning a combination of multiple types. Okay, so that's how we would solve for that. The next question, number 2 here, again, has two shapes, but it doesn't actually have a nice breaking point like this one did. This one already had kind of that broken point, so we have to try to find the area of this one. I see a square right there, and I'm going to shade that in green. Okay, and I also see this shape right here, which I would consider to be a parallelogram. Now, the tough thing is that parallelogram has no measurements on it. We don't know the base and we don't know the height. At least it's not given. This is 9 feet. We're going to assume that this is 9 feet, and we're going to assume that this is 9 feet based on the fact that nothing's given, so we're just going to assume that that is what it is. And the height of our parallelogram, this right here, okay, is not 14, but it's 14 minus this length of 9. So this is going to be 5 feet. And there now also we have our dimensions for our parallelogram. So area of the square is equal to the length squared. So we have 9 feet squared, and so the area of our square is equal to 81 square feet. The parallelogram, remember, so the area of a parallelogram is equal to the base times the height, or length times height, depending on the way you do it. Base length, it's going to be kind of used back and forth. So our base is 9 feet, our height is 5 feet, and so the area of our parallelogram is 45 square feet. Now, to find the total area, we take the square, 81 square feet, and we add the parallelogram, 45 square feet, and we get a total area of 126 square feet. And this would be the accumulation of both of these pieces together. So that is a composite shape. Now your assignment based on this little part here is both on composite shapes, which is question 6, and then it has a number of contextual or word problems from going through to 16 that deal with all sorts of different shapes. Please complete all of those questions, so 6 to 16, and to finish off the assignment.